So far, I have two guys, really three guys. I'm gonna put James Harden in there, but James Harden is a step behind these guys simply because as of about a week or 3 weeks ago, I did have James Harden as an MVP, seeing what he did without Chris Paul going on that tear. And the thing was, his team was winning when he was on that tear. And my MVP standards, you have to correlate winning with your stats. Like your stats, if you have gaudy stats, it has to match up to winning. I'm not gonna just say you the MVP because you got gaudy stats. Mine has to be about it. In the end, it's about winning. So right now, I have two guys, but I have one guy in front. I'm gonna talk about the second guy. I'm gonna talk about Paul George because Paul George is second. Um, Paul George is having a tremendous year. Tremendous year. You got to give this man a lot of respect. He's probably the best or one of the best two or three two-way players in the NBA. What I mean by that, the man actually plays defense, which a lot of people are not playing right now at this moment in the NBA. He plays on both ends of the court, very effective, very efficient. I believe he averaged like 2 steals a game. He's averaging what 28 points, I believe, somewhere up in there, with like 6 or 7 rebounds and like 3 or 4 assists. So the man is balling. Now I do have to give a lot. This is the reason why I have the Greek Freak over Giannis over Paul George. Paul George, unlike Giannis, gets to play with another superstar and another former MVP of the league in Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook was the MVP when they did not this year. I mean, not last year, but the year before when he averaged a triple double, the first time since Oscar Robertson, and you know that's the guy that Paul George gets to play alongside every day. Now, not to take anything away from Paul George, Russell Westbrook has give him a lot of credit. He has seen that he needs to give some power to Paul George so that team can be better. You know what I'm saying? The chemistry is better than last year. Like I told everybody, when Paul George agreed to re-sign with OKC, him and Russell Westbrook had a long conversation, and then the midst of that conversation, the brunt of that conversation was, you're gonna have to devour some of that power to me. We're gonna have to be a dual threat in this. You can't go out there and dominate the game and shoot all the shots and had a ball in now. Not only had a ball in your hand all the time, but shoot all the shots. So Russell Westbrook has given him some credit. He's grown. He's grown as a player. You know what I'm saying? He's matured as a player. I get on Russell about some things about his game, but he has matured as a player, and he has devoured some of that energy to and a lot of those shots to Paul George. I believe Russell Westbrook has only taken what I think Russell Westbrook averaged maybe 15 shots a game now. And Paul George is the one averaging 22, 23 shots a game. So he is showing in the box score that he has devoured power to Paul George, and actually more power. He has given more power to Paul George. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of NBA players, what they like to do, especially the guys on offense, they love to shoot. So he's giving most of the shots, which he should. The point guard should never ever, as long as he has another capable scorer on his team, and Russell Westbrook should have did this with Kevin Durant, but that's long gone. But he's doing it with Paul George, the right thing. A point guard should never take as many more shots than a guy on his team that's capable of scoring, especially at an efficient rate than he is. So, and even though I think the next step for OKC so they can go to another level is take Russell Westbrook totally off the ball and put him at shooting guard. Now a lot of people are like, oh, he can't shoot, but he's still a scorer. You know what I'm saying? And shooting guard, you don't have to be a pure shooter. Just know how to put the ball in the basket, and Russell Westbrook can do that. He can do that. I believe they should bring in Schroeder as the starting point guard and let him run point and let Russell Westbrook play off the ball totally. But I don't know if they're gonna do that. I don't know if they're gonna go that far. But like I said, Paul George having a great year. But my number one guy for MVP so far, my midseason MVP is Giannis Antetokounmpo. The guy not only plays on both ends of the court, he has gaudy numbers, but it averaged out to wins. They have the best record. So it averaged out to win. I believe they got the best record in the league. I know they got the best record in the East. I don't know if Golden State overtook the best record in the NBA overall, but right now he has the Milwaukee Bucks playing at a very high level. Now, like I said, unlike Paul George, he doesn't have another superstar alongside of him. So I don't know too. Yeah, he got some really good players in Brogdon, Middleton, first time All Star. Now he got Nikola Mirotic. He has one of the what's that guy? The Lopez brothers, the better of the Lopez brothers. Well, the one that's more of an offensive threat. You know, he has some pretty good pieces on that team. But for the most part, when teams play, Milwaukee, the scouting report is how can we neutralize Giannis from going off. Now we can't totally shut him down, but we have to neutralize him from going for 40, 20, and 10 on us. You know, those type of numbers. So he is my midseason MVP. If it keep going like it's going now, I believe Giannis deserves to be the MVP of this year. Now James Harden can come back with more wins. You know what I'm saying? If they can get to the second best record, I know a lot of people say if Houston get to the first best record, he gonna get it. If they can get to the second best record, James Harden is still playing at this clip. Maybe he can come back, but I don't know, man. I think like by this point, a lot now. Yes, is the MVP is a little bit more wide open than it was probably in a couple years. So all three of these guys can leapfrog each other. But I just think at this point, I'm gonna go with Giannis. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think. Let me know who